In a vast and untamed African savanna, young Leo lived with his family in a humble village. From the moment he could crawl, Leo was captivated by the stories of majestic lions that roamed the plains, their golden manes shimmering like the African sun. His greatest dream was to encounter a lion in the wild, and he often imagined himself standing among the great beasts. As he grew older, Leo's fascination with lions deepened. He would spend his days exploring the savanna, learning to read the tracks of the animals and listening to the tales of the village elders. He knew that the lions were not just magnificent creatures, they were a symbol of strength and courage. One day, while exploring a distant part of the savanna, Leo noticed something unusual. There were signs of a lion's presence, fresh tracks leading deeper into the wilderness. Leo's heart raced with excitement as he followed the tracks, determined to catch a glimpse of the lion he had so longed to see. As he ventured further into the wilderness, he realized that the tracks were not leading to a single lion but to a pride. Leo marveled at the sight of the lionesses and their cubs, playfully chasing each other through the tall grasses. He watched in awe, hidden from view, as they rested in the shade of ancient acacia trees. Leo spent hours observing the pride, feeling a deep connection to the wild and the untamed spirit of the savanna. He knew he had to share this incredible experience with his village, but he also understood the importance of protecting these magnificent creatures. Over the months that followed, Leo visited the lion pride whenever he could, always keeping a respectful distance. He documented their behavior and learned about their habits, becoming a true guardian of the lions. One day, as Leo watched the lions from a hidden vantage point, he noticed something alarming. One of the lionesses had a limp, and she struggled to keep up with the rest of the pride. Leo's heart ached for the injured lioness, and he knew he had to do something to help. He returned to the village and sought the advice of his wise grandmother. She told him about a legendary healer who lived on the outskirts of the savanna, a healer known for her ability to mend the wounds of both humans and animals. With his grandmother's blessing, Leo embarked on a journey to find the healer. Guided by the memories of his encounters with the lion pride, he navigated the savanna, facing challenges and overcoming obstacles along the way. Finally, after days of searching, he reached the healer's secluded hut. The healer, a wise and kind woman, listened to Leo's story and agreed to help. She prepared a poultice from herbs and plants native to the savanna and gave Leo instructions on how to safely approach the lioness. With the healer's guidance, Leo returned to the lion pride, his heart filled with hope. He approached the injured lioness slowly and gently, offering her the healing poultice. She regarded him with curiosity and allowed him to apply the soothing mixture to her wounded leg. Days turned into weeks as Leo continued to care for the lioness. He brought her food and water, earning her trust. He watched as her strength gradually returned, and her limp began to fade. The other lionesses and cubs observed Leo's care, realizing that he meant no harm. Finally, the day came when the lioness could walk without a limp, her golden eyes filled with gratitude. Leo watched as she rejoined her pride, running alongside her fellow lionesses and playing with the cubs. His heart swelled with joy and a sense of accomplishment. As he watched the pride in their natural habitat, Leo knew that he had fulfilled his dream in the most meaningful way possible. He had not only seen the lions, but had played a part in saving one. He had discovered the true essence of the wild, the delicate balance of life, and the importance of protecting it. And so, in the vast and untamed African savanna, the legend of Leo's lost lion lived on, a story of adventure, compassion, and the enduring journey of a young boy who learned that the wilderness held both beauty and challenges, and it was our responsibility to protect it for future generations. But Leo's legacy of wildlife conservation and his commitment to preserving the wilderness continue to inspire generations, reminding them of the importance of cherishing the magnificent creatures of the savanna. After Leo's successful mission to save the injured lioness and reintegrate her into the pride, news of his remarkable journey spread throughout the village and beyond. His story of compassion and bravery touched the hearts of many, and he became a local hero. Leo's newfound reputation brought him opportunities to work closely with wildlife conservationists and researchers who were dedicated to preserving the African savanna and its magnificent creatures. He eagerly joined their efforts, using his knowledge of the lions and the savanna to contribute to the cause. Together with the conservationists, Leo helped to establish protected areas for the lions and other wildlife. He also worked to raise awareness among the villagers about the importance of coexisting harmoniously with the wild animals that shared their home. Leo's grandmother, inspired by her grandson's passion and dedication, shared stories of the ancient bond between humans and nature. She taught the village children about the significance of the animals that roamed the savanna, emphasizing the need to protect them for future generations. As the years passed, Leo's village and the surrounding savanna thrived. The lion pride that Leo had helped save grew stronger and more numerous. Other wildlife species, from graceful antelopes to majestic elephants, benefited from the conservation efforts as well. Leo's journey had not only fulfilled his childhood dream but had also become a lifelong mission. He knew that the lions and the wilderness were part of his soul, and he dedicated himself to their protection. One day, as Leo stood on a hill overlooking the vast savanna, he felt a deep sense of contentment. He knew that he had found his purpose in life, to be a guardian of the land and its creatures. He also realized that the greatest adventure of all was the journey to protect and preserve the wild places he loved. And so, in the heart of the African savanna, the legend of Leo's lost lion evolved into a legacy, a story of compassion, courage, and the enduring journey of a young boy who grew into a guardian of the wilderness, ensuring that the lions and the beauty of the savanna would be cherished and protected for all time. But Leo's legacy of wildlife conservation and his unwavering commitment to preserving the wilderness continued to inspire generations, reminding them that the wonders of the savanna and its magnificent inhabitants should be celebrated and protected for the future. As the years went by, Leo's dedication to wildlife conservation took him on new adventures and challenges. He became a renowned wildlife expert and a voice for the protection of Africa's diverse ecosystems. His village, once struggling, had transformed into a thriving community, with eco-friendly tourism providing a sustainable source of income. Leo continued to study the lions he had grown to love, conducting research on their behaviors, movements, and interactions within the savanna. He collaborated with fellow scientists and conservationists from around the world to better understand these magnificent creatures. One day, while tracking a lioness named Nala, Leo made a groundbreaking discovery. Nala had given birth to a litter of cubs, and Leo witnessed the tender moments of their early days. He knew that this was a rare opportunity to observe the secret lives of lion cubs up close. With great care and respect for the natural world, Leo set up hidden cameras and observation posts near Nala's den. He watched as the cubs took their first tentative steps and playfully tumbled over each other. The bond between mother and cubs was a marvel to behold. As time passed, Leo's observations deepened his understanding of lion society and the complex relationships within the pride. He documented their hunting strategies, social dynamics, and the vital role they played in maintaining the balance of the savanna ecosystem. Leo's research contributed invaluable knowledge to the world of wildlife conservation. His work was published in scientific journals, and he was invited to speak at conferences and share his insights with fellow conservationists. The funds generated from his lectures and publications were reinvested in protecting the lions and their habitat. One day, while monitoring Nala's pride, Leo noticed something unusual. The lions were behaving strangely, exhibiting signs of stress and discomfort. He suspected that something was amiss in their territory, and he was determined to find out what it was. After days of investigation, Leo made a heartbreaking discovery. Poachers had infiltrated the savanna and were hunting the lions for their precious ivory and pelts. The majestic creatures he had dedicated his life to protecting were in grave danger. Leo immediately sounded the alarm, rallying the local authorities and conservation organizations to take swift action against the poachers. Together, they launched a campaign to combat the illegal wildlife trade, leading to the arrest of those responsible for the harm to the lions. The battle against poaching was not easy, but Leo's determination and the support of the global conservation community prevailed. New laws were enacted, stricter enforcement measures were put in place, and public awareness campaigns spread the message of protecting Africa's wildlife. As the years passed, the lions of Leo's beloved savanna faced fewer threats, and their numbers began to recover. Leo's village continued to thrive as a hub for ecotourism, attracting visitors from around the world who came to witness the splendor of the African wilderness. Leo, now a respected elder of his village, looked back on his remarkable journey with pride. He had fulfilled his childhood dream of seeing a lion in the wild, but he had done so much more. He had become a guardian of the savanna, a protector of the lions, and a voice for the preservation of the natural world. And so, in the heart of the African savanna, the legend of Leo's lost lion evolved into a legacy of conservation and advocacy, a story of passion, perseverance, and the enduring journey of a young boy who grew into a protector of the wild, ensuring that the lions and the beauty of the savanna would be cherished and protected for all time. But Leo's legacy of wildlife conservation continued to inspire generations, reminding them of the importance of safeguarding the natural wonders of Africa and the magnificent creatures that called it home.